All right, hello, welcome to my political life video blog. So here's the thing you ought to know by now, as I said last Monday on the Blaze Video Network, because I'm back on my radio show. You know what I'm talking about. You guessed it. You guessed it. You know, season number 4 of my radio show on the Blaze Radio Network. And and here's the thing. I just said this during my 4th season premiere of my radio show. And you know why? Because Covington High School students tried to speak out on a video on the first time, for the first time since the media firestorm. And that's why every news outlet tried to push this whole stupid story to publish it. Publish it. I got 2 things I want to say according to theblaze.com. Now, 2 of the Covington Catholic High School students who had been, you guessed it, been targeted by those no good for the liberals on social media over false accusations of, yes, the R word, I won't say it, R word, yeah, tried to spoke out, yes, last Monday on YouTube, on their YouTube video. And you here's why you don't want to know about this one. Don't want to know about this one. I want you to listen to this whole silly statement from YouTube.com, and I analyze this.
Hi, I'm Sam. I'm Grant. We're here today to talk to you about how the recent negative media controversy has affected us as individuals and our school as a whole. Several media platforms blatantly lied about the events regarding the controversy in DC, and it has affected us as a community and individuals greatly. There have been many threats against our lives, against our parents. Some of these threats include that we should all be locked in the school and it should be burnt to the ground, the school being bombed, school shooting threats. It's really scary. I know that a lot of people are scared to go to school tomorrow and won't be attending because of what could happen. There have been cops there ever since the incident, and I think there'll be a lot more tomorrow. A lot of the negativity and the hate surrounding this event comes from people on social media doxing people that were at the event. I myself wasn't even present, but I'm very vocal about defending my school and my peers, and I have been doxxed on 3 separate occasions. This has led to a tsunami of hateful messages, threats, and everything above. I was also doxxed, as well as my good friend Grant Neltner in a tweet. A lot of these doxes have been deleted because they realized they were wrong, and they don't want to face the backlash for it. A lot of people's parents were also doxxed. Their work was called. This could greatly affect their job. They could be fired. There are real consequences for these actions, and it all spews from a 30-second clip taken out of a 2-hour video out of context, and people jump into conclusions before the full story is released. Nobody did their research, and it's now showing.
Now you see what happens. That was the you guessed it, 2 boys from Covington Catholic High School. Because because everybody wants to talk about the negative media controversial as a whole inside their schools. So Catholic students who participating for pro-life march called March for Life does this over the weekend, and I have no clue whatsoever. So who knows? Who knows? It can't be civilized. So, where was I? Oh, yes. Did you know that pro-life march over the weekend got smeared by the media over misleading the video as far as we concerned about this one? Because Nick Sandman tried to defend himself. From now on, try to show them imitating a Native American elderly man, and subquitting, you guessed it, the videos. And everybody says he has tried to accost him for a whole reason about, you guessed it, the subject of this. Yeah, the R word, taunts and insults. But I have no objection whatsoever what they are up to this time. Quote this. Several media platforms are blatantly lied about the events regarding this controversial in DC. And that's what they said. And you know what? It's really, really scary. And because nobody did conclude with this. Can be civilized about this one. So, nobody didn't conclude it. Put this in writing for you. If you know, put this in writing for you. They're jumping the whole time inside their conclusions about, you guessed it, journalist losing his job over this horrible tweet that they posted against the MAGA hat teens were smeared by the media. Oh, hello. This is what I just said while I'm here on the Blaze Radio Network last Monday. And here it is. Digital company INE Entertainment says in a huge statement last Monday because they were fired a journalist who tweeted a horrible message against these two boys who've been smeared. Yes, been smeared by the those no good for nothing liberal media bias pressure people buffoons Smurfs. Smurfs. Quote this according to the WAP. Quote this according to the rap. If you must say so myself. We were surprised and upset to the inflammatory and offensive rhetoric to use Eric Abriss's his Twitter account over the weekend. And there's more, and that's what he's trying to work with the company. Could be the post-production department. Was never as a writer. Oh boy. Oh, Lord have mercy. Because therefore, as January 21st, which is Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday last Monday, have several ties with Abriss. So who is Abriss? Yes, he writes the pop culture. Yes, Vulture. And that he posted a very inflammable tweet calling the death of the students and their parents. You see, everybody knows what he tweeted like this. So, this is so very offensive. It's just so disgusting. Here's what Abriss has to say about his private so-called his followers on his Twitter account. It says, and I quote this, I don't know what it says about me, but I've truly lost the ability to articulate the hysterical rage, nausea, and headache that make me... Oh, really, Mr. Abriss? So you always admit it. Haven't you? About the hysterical rage and nausea and giving you a headache. Well, here, guess what? Here's your headache, all right. Here's your headache, all right. This is what you call a headache. And here's why. Look at you said an S word, eating grains and all the... This is so ridiculous. Glenn Beck will analyze your face right now. If you know what I mean. Listen to this listen to this from Glenn Beck on his radio show yesterday.
Oh man, this video, you have to watch the entire video. I'll send it out. I'll tweet it out. You have to watch the entire video of what happened with these kids from Covington. It is an outrageous lie. And yes, I know, media, it's Martin Luther King Day, and so you're going to take my words and twist them. But I stand by my words. These kids, from every indication that I have seen, behaved exactly like Martin Luther King would want kids to behave.
You see? Glenn Beck is right. And I also heard from Todd Starnes yesterday on his radio show. Because this is the ridiculous thing I ever seen in my entire life. And as I said on my radio show last Monday night on the Blaze Radio Network, this is so-called the R word. This is so absurd. This is ridiculous. And this is so disgusting. And I meant to tell you this in my own true words, that Vulture declined that this whole comment was about the tweets from you, Abris. You made that silly thing up. That's why the Covington Catholic High School students was been excoriated by many of the whole media was misleading to show this appearing this mocking about the Native American protester. Ain't that a stupid, idiotic trip? But there's more about this story, if you know what I'm saying.
They were kind in the face of people who were trying to get them to strike
pie in the
back.
face.
Read the quote from the Native American guy, who is a liar. He is a liar. And CNN should be ashamed and angry at him and angry at their producer before they ran to put him in a studio.
And I think CNN at least has reported accurately some of these things. It was Washington Post, right, was the first kind of big story
yes,
on this.
but CNN had the Native American guy in the chair doing an interview. That means you had time to find him, book him, get him a car, get him to a studio, and put him in, and no one had the time to watch the video?
Oh, I don't think he was hard to find. I think this is a media performance, right? But this is what he says. It was getting ugly, and I was thinking, I've got to find myself an exit out of this situation and finish my song at the Lincoln Memorial. I started going that way, and that guy in the hat stood in my way, and we were at an impasse. He just blocked my way and wouldn't allow me to retreat. So he was in front of you, but he wouldn't allow you to go backwards.
Right. The guys who were behind. If you watch the video made by, I think it was the Native Americans, because it seems to be moving with their group.
Yeah.
You can hear them target this group. They are targeting these kids. And they are mocking these kids. I'm not saying the guy with the drum was, because he was singing his song. Everybody else with him were targeting and mocking these kids.
They definitely targeted them.
Yes,
They were the aggressors.
They went right to these kids. The kids thought that they were supporting them, standing against the other guys who were just horrible. They were taunting the kids and trying to get them to fight, and so they just started chanting their school's pride stuff to drown those guys out because they were so horrible. Listen to this let's go with cut 7, serious mockery.
Now, before we wrap this up, Glenn Beck is right. And so is Todd Stein is right. This is so stupid. It's ridiculous. Listen to all this chat before it really gets under my skin, before I make my head explode into this garbage. Listen to this.
Look how they mock him. Serious mockery. Would they make America great again hats? Serious mockery. Look at that.
Oh, shut up. Shut up.
That's right.
Nuclear destruction. America will be destroyed. Nuclear destruction.
Here we go.
Mockery.
Stupid.
Okay.
Now you see, this is so absurd to me. Now you tell me, sane and a liberal, what kind of creature habit do you who do you think you are? You want more of this media garbage smearing thing? And give me one good reason why. Because of you. The whole shebang could be just absurd to me, and it's so sickening. And I don't like this at all. Because as more of these videos just came right inside the interaction, it becomes clear that the students were being smeared by those who want to criticizing them over of their support of President. Yeah. And you think it's so stupid at all? That is so dumb. You should be ashamed of yourself doing this whole scenario. Because Glenn Beck is right. And you know what that means. I was right on my radio show last Monday. And so is Todd Starnes is right too. The moral of my political life video blog story is this. Everybody wears a MAGA hat across the school. School. And what the people think, yeah. Hey, why in the world you always wear that? Put this in rain for you, you stupid liberals. They taught a lesson. And by the way, your parents know about these kids. They're wearing a MAGA hat. Just everything is civilized. From now on. And like I said, enough is enough. As far as we're concerned. And that's my political life video blog story. And I'm sticking to it. We'll be right back with my campus life video blog. And see what the results is.